What's up, Careeroos? It's internetsnathan, the best K-pop YouTube channel in the world. And I'm tired of dumb K-pop. It is the end of 2024. And honestly, it sucked. I don't know about you, but I think majority of the people watching this would say 2024 kind of bad. But one thing that can save us is K-pop, specifically the music. So I decided to check out the fellas over at Billboard to see what they ranked as the best K-pop songs for 2024. And I'm gonna go ahead and give my honest opinion. And by that, I mean people may get mad at me. You know what? They will get mad at me. That's just what it is. 2025, I want all the smoke. So we'll go through this list and then I'll rank them in my tier list that I made here from S, A, B, C to D, and to leave it in 2024, which means I don't want to hear a second of that again. And then we have Haven't Listened. While I go through this, let me know where you would put some of your favorite K-pop songs down below, and if you agreed with my list or not. So let's get started. Number 25. They put Kepler, Shooting Star. I love Kepler, but the thing I think a lot of Kepler fans have a problem with is that Kepler has kind of stagnated since their debut. As they said, Wadada was an incredible debut. Well, I wouldn't say massively incredible. It was a pretty solid debut, and it did pretty well commercially on the charts in Korea. But since then, we were waiting for the next big hit from Kepler. And when I say waiting, we were waiting a long time. And I don't know if we saw it yet. Shooting Star is on the right track, but I don't think it is their hit that we've been waiting for. Before that, I would venture to say that the B-side that should have been a title was Back to the City. Back to the City. I'm gonna have to remind myself what Shooting Star sounded like real quick. It's on my K-pop playlist right here. I'm not even joking. Okay. Okay, I reminded myself. Okay, never mind. Shooting Star is solid, and I don't think K-pop this year was that strong, so I would put Shooting Star on this list. I agree. We'll see how other K-pop songs rank in here. I'll agree with the placement so far, and as far as in my list here, I will probably go ahead and put it, just as far as a song goes, I'm thinking A or B. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Kepler Shooting Star in B. All right, next on the list, Dreamcatcher Justice at 24. A lot of people know Dreamcatcher as that rock K-pop group, and they used to be a little bit more focused on the dark kind of like, not horror, but more grungy concepts. However, I am not a decent enough follower of Dreamcatcher, and this is actually a song that I haven't listened to this year, but I might check it out after this list. So automatically, Dreamcatcher Justice is going into the haven't listened to category for me. Let me know down in the comments if I'm missing out on Dreamcatcher. Next is a solo artist, but with a special feature, Zico featuring Jennie Spot. When I see songs like this, and again, I'm a huge fan of Zico. I think he is lyrically and songwriting and hip-hop wise one of the best in Korean music industry right now, and the featuring of Jennie is just, you know, icing on top of the cake because you know, Zico coming off of any song and having more of these viral songs recently, it feels like he can kind of do whatever he wants. It's more of like that Psy syndrome, like after Gangnam Style, he's not gonna release something all the time or as frequently, and he's gonna have these features, and that's exactly what I think this is. Spot is good, but I don't think best K-pop song of the year, in all honesty. It's fine. It's probably a little bit average at best. It's one of those songs that they try to make in order to kind of make it viral for the purpose of being viral. And that'd be fine as long as the song was really good and really catchy. However, I don't really remember what it sounded like right now. And in fact, let me go ahead and remind myself. It makes you vibe. It's one of those chill songs that you listen to, but we're talking in best K-pop songs of the year. I don't think it would have made this list if I made it. Now, when it comes to my ranking, I think I'm going to have to put it in the average C category. Yeah. Next. Oh, this hits hard. This hits home. Why they do this? Why? BIBI Bro, I hope to do this again in the future. As Twice says, it's not over until it's over. It's not over for Loossemble, but as far as the name Loossemble goes, probably. But again, that Lunar reunion is still my number 1 goal, and I'm gonna make it happen. Whether I die doing it, it don't matter. And I agree with Loossemble ttyl being on this list. In fact, I would disagree that it should be higher, but we'll see with the other songs. But I think, again, ttyl is Loosemble's best release out of their short career. And again, that is mainly kind of sticking to what people fell in love with Luna in the first place. That Monotree sound, even though Monotree didn't make ttyl, but it was produced by a name that has worked with Luna before, RIIZE. So that is why it kind of gives back that nostalgia of Luna. And I know that the members worked really hard on this comeback in particular, and it was their best. As far as my rating goes, as my ranking goes, whew, I'm leaning towards S. I really am. I think we got a first S. Am I biased? Absolutely. I mean, come on. How many people have collabed with Loossemble and is a Luna fan like me? And whose name is Nathan? That's one. Talk to you later. You don't know how many times I listened to that song while editing the Loossemble video. It's stuck in my head. All right, next we have EVNNE. And as you can tell by I don't know how to pronounce the group's name, I haven't listened to them. Bad or Love. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and put them in the not listened to category. But let me know if I should check them out down below. Next is Youngji and Dio Small Girl. I can't believe I forgot about this song until now. Shout out. She's an amazing personality, and I hope to be a little bit more like her when I grow up. She's younger than me. And for Dio to hop on this, I mean, we can kind of compare it to Zico and Jennie with Spot. However, this one kind of takes a different tone when it comes to collaboration effort here. This is literally her first big song, and to do it with a bit more toned down and not a club hit or even more into that hip-hop R&B side that she first was introduced to the public with in Small Girl, I think is a fantastic melody, fantastic song in and of itself. So I would definitely agree with putting Small Girl on this list. I think I agree with 20 for now. As far as my ranking goes, I think I'm gonna go A. I was possibly thinking S. I don't have a good reason why I wouldn't put it in S, but I feel more confident in putting it in A. Let me know if you disagree with me, but yeah, I think I'm going A with Small Girl for this one. Next is Acton Musician Hero. Have I not heard this song? Because I have been a fan of Acton Musician song for a minute, way back in the day. Not exactly their debut, but very soon after. I have actually not heard it until now, surprisingly, but I will be checking out because Acton Musician, I feel like as far as musicians go in K-pop, they are actually top tier. But because I haven't heard it, it's going in the haven't listened to category. I'm sorry. And for number 18, we have I-DLE Super Lady. Really? Okay. Now, I did give my own review of Super Lady back when I tried to do a series where I reviewed all the K-pop releases for every single month. I did it for January of this year, and then I didn't do anything else because I was like, man, this is a lot of work. I remember what I said basically is that I-DLE Super Lady is more of an anthem, and it's more comparable to the song that they did for Queendom, which was Lion. It's meant to be over the top. It's meant to be so grand. Again, it is still a decent track. Anything that Soyeon does is amazing. She has not missed once. Now, I'm not just gassing her off because I love her, because I do. I do. And now that we had the release of Collection, yes, I think it should be in the list for top K-pop songs for this year. However, definitely the bottom half. Super Lady is just not one of those songs that I would continue to listen to and continue to listen throughout the whole year. I don't think I've listened to it since I did my review of it. I think it's going C. I think it's going C, and it hurts me to say that, and it hurts me to do that, but I'm being logically objective here and a little bit biased. There's two devils inside me right now. The bias me and the logistics me. And sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't. So, but in this case, I think I'm going Super Lady in C. Next up, number 17 is Lim Young Woong, Warmth. Korea absolutely loves Lim Young Woong. I think if you ask anyone on the street, people would know who he is in Korea, even foreigners. However, ballads aren't my style. I don't listen to ballads on purpose. It's just something that I don't listen to. When I listen to music, I want to feel like I want to fight somebody, or I need something that gets me up. So Warmth is a song that I have not listened to this year. All right, number 16 is NewJeans, How Sweet. Why'd I get too excited? Disregarding everything NewJeans is going through right now. We will. We're going to talk just about the music and How Sweet. I wouldn't say a much anticipated comeback for NewJeans, but because of the news, it kind of is. NewJeans really knows how to make their sound. They really have their own sound in K-pop that a lot of people can recognize, and it's very much different than what a lot of K-pop groups can do. Very few K-pop groups, especially nowadays, as they try to branch out and try to be more of a global group and trying to appeal to more pop listeners than just K-pop listeners, they will try to follow the trend instead of make the trend. And NewJeans, since their debut, have been making the trend, and they continue to do it. And this time, musically, it stands out more than concept-wise. They're still continuing the Y2K look. The sound here is able to kind of bring joy, excitement, fun, and at the same time feel nostalgic and reminiscing. And like they said, it's a breakup anthem. The complexity of a song like How Sweet, I think, is what makes it a really, really good track this year. 16, I think, is a decent spot for it. Could possibly be higher, but then again, we have to see what's left. For me though, NewJeans How Sweet, is it their best song that they've released? No. But is it up there? Yes. NewJeans never misses. They haven't missed yet, and I don't expect them to, as long as they continue to work with the people that they want to work with. Nathan, I know you want to do it. I know you want to do it. I know I want to do it. It's going S tier. It's going S tier. This is my list. NewJeans How Sweet is going S tier. And up next, we got G-Dragon, Taeyang, and Daesung, Home Sweet Home. Okay, when you talk K-pop, you cannot go without mentioning BIGBANG. BIGBANG is one of those groups that helped bring K-pop to a global audience. BIGBANG is still that group, even though this is only a fraction of them, G-Dragon, Taeyang, and Daesung. Even if you're not a BIGBANG fan, this is one of those tracks that almost feels like an instant classic for 2024. Almost feels like a timeless classic that you're not going to get tired of, and you're not going to be like, oh, that sounds very 2024. So G-Dragon, Taeyang, Daesung, their song Home Sweet Home, number 15 on this list. And on my ranking, I know where it's going. I'm putting it in between S and A because I can't choose. I can't decide on this one. In between S and A. In between S and A. What do you want from me? Okay. All right. 14 is ITZY Imaginary Friend. I'm not gonna go ahead and deny the message of Imaginary Friend. It is a very comforting track, and a track that I think a lot of people should listen and think about the message. There's not many K-pop songs that have a message like this. So I do credit and I give the flowers for ITZY on this one. However, ITZY, as of recently, for quite a while now, for their title tracks, have been swing and a miss numerous times. I am a huge fan of ITZY. That is why I'm frustrated that ITZY can't find that song again, find that thing that we fell in love with them in the first place. Yes, they do continue the message of being different. ITZY, it's different. But when you debut with ttyl and then you have Icy, Not Shy, Wannabe, Mafia in the Morning, those are amazing tracks and memorable tracks. ITZY has not released anything near to those levels for a while now. However, we're just talking about Imaginary Friend here. It's a good song. It is a good song. Would I put it in the best for 2024? I wouldn't. As far as my ranking goes, it is one of their better songs in their most recent comeback, their EP, their album. It's not bad. It's not good. Mid-table. C. Next up, 13. ILLIT, Magnetic. I knew going through this list that we couldn't avoid Magnetic. You. Like it's magnetic. You. Again, like I said, you cannot talk about 2024 without talking about ILLIT and their debut of Magnetic. It is a smash hit of a debut. And Magnetic as a song is good, is viral, is a chart topper, and that's what they created this song to be in the first place. As far as the song goes, deserve to be on this list and in the top half of this list, for sure. I kind of would have expected it to be higher as far as a list goes. But for me personally, I would put ILLIT Magnetic. It's catchy, but then again, its viralness and its hit of a song doesn't really add to the song, if you know what I'm saying. Like, its commercial success is amazing, but the song just by itself is still just the song. So I think I would put Magnetic in B. Number 12. Up next is RIIZE Impossible. To be fair, I know RIIZE for Get a Guitar and for their winter release that when I did do my January K-pop review of music, 143 or 119. 119. It was 119. But Impossible, I didn't listen to this year, so it's gonna have to go into the didn't listen to category. Okay, number 11. Kiss of Life, Sticky. Coming off of Midas Touch, for me, Midas Touch was a bit of a letdown for Kiss of Life, who was on this trajectory. Musically, for me, Midas Touch was a bit of a stumble. Not really nothing to slow them down. And they came back big with Sticky. It was like song of the summer for me for K-pop. And there is still that void to be filled after Sistar for that K-pop group that is the summer queens of K-pop. Kiss of Life definitely proved that they can be that. They can hold that title really strong. And they're able to bring this more mature look to K-pop that is very reminiscent of the second gen. It also brought twerking into K-pop, whether you like the trend or not, but a lot of people were doing it, a lot of K-pop idols were doing it, and it was fun for them. It was fun to do the trend Sticky. I am huge fans of Kiss of Life and then the music and what they're able to do, especially their stage performance. Their performance is probably their best attribute as a K-pop group. So Sticky. Ooh, Sticky is gonna have to go. Again, I'm thinking about like what songs are you remembering 2024 for? Sticky's really up there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Kiss of Life that S spot. S for Sticky. 10. This is serious business. Let's see what it is. BIBI Pamyanggang. It's funny because BIBI, when I was first known of her songs were more sultry, more sexy, more mature. And she was like slicing people with a katana and there was blood spurting everywhere. But then we have Pamyangang, I think is BIBI's biggest song. And it's funny because it's a total shift. But we do know that her voice is able to deliver such a softer message, a more softer song. And Pamyangang was extremely viral in Korea. I remember everybody listening to it on the streets and everything. But internationally, I would say not many K-pop fans would give BIBI a listen and Pamyangang a listen. They definitely heard it in trends on social media, but they maybe didn't know that it was BIBI or gave it a listen, an entire listen through. It's a memorable song for 2024. Number 10 might be a little high in my opinion. I would put it a little bit more mid-table. But with that being said, BIBI girl, Pamyangang, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a B. A B. Impressive, but not up there for like song of the year material. We in the single digits now. Number 9, ARTMS Virtual Angel. Woo! Let's freaking go right now, dog. Yes, for Luna fans, this is a big song. This is a big song, even if you're not following ARTMS. But if you're a Luna fan, you're supporting ARTMS, you're supporting Loossemble, you're supporting ttyl, you're supporting EVE. This was a comeback story. This was a feel-good release. This was a milestone, a monumental release. Not just this, but the album. If you haven't listened to ARTMS's album ttyl, I suggest you do so. Because for me, if I were to make a best K-pop albums of the year, I would put ARTMS's ttyl probably number 1. There is no other, from the K-pop albums I listened to this year, there is no other K-pop albums from front to back, from the intro to the end, that has this quality throughout. Yes, being a lifelong Luna fan and getting used to their music and falling in love with that particular music is continuing in ARTMS. There is that nostalgia, but at the same time, they are trying to do a new age thing. There are songs in here that I don't think Luna would have done right away, like Virtual Angel or like Birth. Birth is a trippy ride if you listen to it for the first time. This project, this album, this comeback for ARTMS, for the members, and for Jaden Jung and those who have worked with Luna before, was very special, and you can feel that. You really can feel that, and I think that's what makes this album stand above the rest in K-pop this year. I would give them album of the year. I wouldn't say Virtual Angel is song of the year for 2024. It is definitely up there. Number 9 might be a bit high, but it would definitely be on my list. And as far as my ranking goes, you know, seeing Loossemble TDYL in the S spot, I really, really want to put them in the S tier. I really, really do. I really do. ARTMS, if you're watching, I really do want to put it in S tier. Believe me, trust me, I really do. I really do. I've made my decision. It was a tough one. Why is this the toughest one yet? Okay. I've done it. I made a choice. ARTMS's Virtual Angel is triple S tier. It's S tier. Number 8. Promise Supersonic. Wow. Okay. Promise 9 has always been hit makers from their debut to the end. And for them to go out on top like this with a song like Supersonic proves just how great they were as a group. Although I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Promise fan, I was more of a fan of them before, when they were just in Pledis, before Hybe. Supersonic, incredibly fun. But I feel like because they're Promise, they're a little bit more under the radar. They deserve a little bit more recognition, a little bit more respect from K-pop fans, because Promised has been in this game for a minute, you know. And Supersonic did do well, but I think they could have, the song should have been higher up in the charts. And number 8 is a very respectable spot on this list, and I do think they deserve to be high up on this list. As far as my ranking goes, I'm comfortable in saying that it is not Song of the Year material, but it's really close. That's why I think Promise Supersonic needs that A spot. Number 7, Red Velvet Cosmic. Red Velvet, incredible group. Their discography is next to nobody as far as the depth, the quality, the versatility, the everything Red Velvet has done. Oh my god, I think they have the best discography in K-pop, period. But as of recently, it's been of a wish-wash when it comes to their title tracks, and Cosmic is very much a toss-up for me. I could really listen to it or skip it when it shows up on my playlist. It is not as iconic as some of their other releases. It's a little drastic, but I would not put Cosmic on this list for top K-pop releases for 2024. I do respect Red Velvet a lot, as I said, but Cosmic, you know what? Maybe I do need to remind myself what Cosmic sounds like. It's a bit lackluster for me. It feels you wanting more when you listen to it, which can be a good thing, but in this instance, it's like, not everything can be a hit, right? So I don't think Cosmic is a hit for Red Velvet. And commercially, I don't think it was. So for me, Cosmic, I'm a Rebel Love. Listen, I really am. I don't want to do this, but I think I will. It's going to be borderline between C and D, leaning more towards C. The reason I don't put it in C is because I'm looking at the other ones, and I will kind of remember some of them for 2024. For Cosmic, I think it will be forgotten in time, in a very short amount of time. That's the reason why I wouldn't put it in C totally. So borderline C and D for Red Velvet Cosmic. Okay, next is On Off by My Monster. This is like the musician's pick for K-pop song. And, you know, again, I'm not much of a classical kind of guy. This is a song that I have not listened to, but if you really vibe with it, let me know down in the comments. But On Off by My Monster is gonna have to go to didn't listen to category. This is the elite of the elite, top 5. And starting off at number 5 is TWS Plot Twist. Okay, TWS, the rookie boy group. They definitely made a name for themselves this year as far as boy groups go. Plot Twist in particular does garner that boyish charm, that boyhood innocence energy. And I remember when I did my review for it in January. It is a long-lasting track for the year, and I think a lot of people will remember that, especially since it's like their debut. That's why I think it will stay in a lot of people's mind. It will be a song that people will go back to for sure, fans of TWS. I think a B is a really, really respectable spot. Okay, number 4, Hui Mbop. Okay. Now, I did say that someone over at Billboard agrees with me, because when I did my January review of K-pop, Hui's solo here was like, I was like, what? Ain't nobody in K-pop doing this right now. And yeah, it does give you a bit of that funk pop, that Bruno Mars, but we haven't seen that in K-pop yet. Hui has that energy, has that capability of to bring something like that and do it well, and he really did. His vocals, amazing. And side note, I did see Hui at the Q building. He was really cool, and you notice him when he's in the room. We were like, wait, that's Hui. And I was like, okay, that's Hui. I wasn't courageous enough to go up and talk to him. But next time. And Pot, respect. Not entirely my style, but it is so energetic, it's so electric, it's so fun. You cannot deny it. I think I'm gonna have to give it an A. Number 3, ATEEZ Ice on My Teeth. Now, I may not be the biggest ATEEZ fan, but I can recognize it's real. And in this case, ATEEZ is real. They remind me of like BTS back in the day or Stray Kids, and their fandom very much is similar in that they want to prop their boys up, and that is their mission. Like I said, the artists, the agency, the fans, they're all working overtime for ATEEZ, and it really shows. But because I didn't listen to Ice on My Teeth, gonna have to be the haven't listened category. But let me know where you would put it down in the comments. Number 2 is IU Love Wins All. Now this is another collaborative track that you feel like is going for that song of the year, or for people remembering this song for 2024. And it's IU. It's the Queen of Korea, ladies and gentlemen. But with that being said, I don't think I listened to it. It's IU. Everything she touches is gold. I imagine Love Wins All is that commercially successful in Korea. Everyone knows her worldwide. She is Miss Korea, basically. But I didn't listen to it, so it's gonna have to be the haven't listened to category. Where would you put IU? And finally, Song of the Year for Billboard. And let's see if I agree with it, or if you agree with it. I honestly don't know what I would expect them to put for Song of the Year. Number 1. For best K-pop songs for 2024, aespa Supernova. Wow. Okay. I cannot believe it came until the end for me to be like, oh, there's no aespa on this list. Now, commercially, this would be the pick because aespa Supernova won at Mama 2024 for Song of the Year. So it is definitely in the conversation for Song of the Year. This is that song. And it shows that aespa is nowhere near peaking and is continuously improving, continuously releasing banger after banger. But the question is it Song of the Year material? Yes. But will it be my Song of the Year? But the fact that aespa is able to do all of this in a song like Supernova, and then again have another double title track in Armageddon, shows that aespa is a force to be reckoned with in K-pop, not just performance-wise, not just vocals and talent, but musically as well. SM Entertainment still is putting in that effort to find the right producers, songwriters for their lead talent in aespa. Supernova is definitely a more fun listening experience than listening to Armageddon. But and again, Armageddon is also very, very, very well produced. Do I agree with it being number 1 on Billboard? Yes. It's more of the right pick, I guess you would say, when you're making a list for best songs for 2024. Not a lot of people would argue that. I guess you would have more people agree with it. But for me, aespa Supernova, aespa Supernova. Supernova. My eyes is going straight to one category only, and that is S tier for Supernova. There's no question about it. There is absolutely no question about it. And if you have a question, put your hand down, all right? It's aespa, all right? So what do you think of Billboard's list here for the best K-pop songs for 2024? Do you agree with it? Where would you put their songs? What would you put as S tier? And do you agree with my ranking? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what your song of the year for 2024 is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on a brand new video on my channel, and hit that like for good luck for 2025. Thank you all so much for joining me, Koreaboos, and I'll catch you in the next one. 안녕.